Today we are going to be exploring Tuatapere. We are in Tuatapere, which is in the Southland region of the South Island, and today's activity is meant to be doing the Humpridge Track, but the road to get there is a gravel road which is a little bit muddy, a little bit gnarly, so we decide to turn back with our massive campervan.
Alright guys, so we're trying to find ourselves a hike not too far from here. But as you saw, the road was full of like very rough gravel. It was getting rougher and rougher, so we tried to find a spot which was not too rough, and we did a U-turn. That was challenging, but now here we are. We drove backward for a little while and we found ourselves a really nice beach right here.
Luckily, there is this beach alongside the road for us to spend some time at. This is the Blue Cliffs Beach in Te Waewae Bay. I hope I pronounced that right. But this is a really awesome beach which is so secluded right at the bottom of the Fiordland National Park.
Blue Cliff Beach is absolutely amazing, and it oversees one of the many marine mammal sanctuary in New Zealand, so it's really not rare to see orcas and dolphins playing in the waves. Every time Laura and I arrive on a pebble stone beach like this one, we have only one thing in mind from now. It's to try to find some greenstone. Since we've been in Hokitika with Steve and Bones and Stones carving, and he told us how to find punamu or greenstone, we always want to find some on any beach we're going through. And Southland is really well known to be one of the most prominent area for greenstone finding in New Zealand. But alas, we do not find a single greenstone today. The pebbles are mesmerizing. It's a really cool looking beach, really hard to walk onto because of all the very loose pebble, but no greenstone in sight. Although this was not the world famous Humpridge Track, we still had a blast on Blue Cliff Beach and we saw a lot of very different scenery than usual.
So there was a massive forefront of rain coming toward us at high speed, so we decided to walk back.
Tuatapere is one of those classic Kiwi towns where everyone talks to everyone, everyone's really friendly, so we really want to check out that side of Tuatapere today, so we head back on the road towards the town where hopefully we find plenty of stuff to do.
So believe it or not, it was raining like hell on the Humpridge Track. We could see it from where we were, but now we're back in Tuatapere and it's stunning weather. So we decided to have a little walk around town, visit a little bit the garden, and maybe grab ourselves a nice lovely coffee.
We park our campervan up at the Tuatapere Backpackers, then head off into these small, really cute gardens here in Tuatapere. There's all sorts of different plants like native flax and a few exotic flowers as well. But while we're walking around on this nice little stroll, we spot over a bridge that there is a cafe ready for us to have some cake and chocolate in.
The Yesteryear Cafe is kind of a really good mix in between a tiny antique museum and an awesome cake shop. Helen is world famous for making pavlova, which is the traditional New Zealand dessert. It's one of the specialty of the country and we've got to try it at some point in our trip. So we're making the most of that failure of the Humpridge Track and tasting awesome New Zealand culinary delight with the locals.
Despite pavlova being a classic Kiwi dish, it's actually pretty hard to find in cafes, so we jump on the chance to try some here at the Yesteryear's Cafe. And Helen is also showing us her famous and totally awesome recipe book. And then, speaking of locals, we are going to be heading back to the Tuatapere Backpackers now to feed the animals with Murray.
Murray is the colourful owner of the Tuatapere Backpackers and the Highway 99 bar here in Tuatapere. I think that the Highway 99 bar in Tuatapere is the only store which is open after 8 PM, so we're going to be hanging out there tonight. And of course, if we hang out at the bar, we're going to meet the locals. So that was the deer mating call that all the local hunters have to know when they head to the hills and go hunting for meat. Okay.
Alright, Piddling Pete, a farmer's dog, once came to town. His Christian name was Pete. His pedigree was 2 years long and his looks were hard to beat. The city dog says, "So long, friends, your piddling did defeat us." But no one ever put them wise that Pete had diabetes.
What a sad end to the story.
And he died from cancer.
Oh my god, that was quite the story.
That is actually really funny. The piddling competition.